Chick-fil-A today.
Honked?
Yeah, I was going inside to go pee, and then, like, someone was honking, and I turned, and it's the Grinch waving at me. I'm like, hi.
Oh.
He had a giant snowman in his passenger seat. I'm like...
He's trying to use the carpool lane. He's like, he's actually grinching out. Like,
he's like, you need a ride.
Shout out to the Grinch.
it's like against the law to like use a mannequin to like fool people, but it's a snowman. That's not
a snowman. It's a loophole.
Actually, officer.
Little do you know.
I'm Molly Stewart.
And I'm Laura.
And this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. We're best friends, and Laura shoots pretty much all of my adult content.
Yep. I've seen everything.
Everything. I'm still trying to see everything of her, but that's part of the journey that you can experience here on the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. Laura, what do we talk about here?
Anything and everything.
What is my job, Laura?
To be beautiful and lovely and funny.
Oh my God, you're so sweet, but that's not true at all. So Laura is here to bring me a little bit out of the dirty headspace and into a more wholesome one. But I can't say that all of our conversations aren't dirty, so they might be a little bit of a false advertising. But whether you're returning or new to the show, welcome, and we're so very happy to have you here. So, Laura, why don't you tell them what they can do if they're watching on YouTube?
If you're on YouTube, we'd love if you leave a comment, share with a friend, subscribe.
Do all the things, and wherever you're listening, definitely subscribe and share with a friend if you like what we have to talk about. So, let's go get not dirty.
Let's get in it.
I'm too old. Where am I supposed to find this energy? And then they're like, you drink too much coffee. And I'm like, how else am I supposed to stay alive?
You can't. You can't. Look what I mean.
I know that you don't understand because I found out that you said you don't drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee, but I drink energy drinks.
Oh, okay. See, what's your favorite energy drink?
I like Bang.
Bang. I love Bang.
I haven't gotten on the Celsius train yet, though.
No, Laura's on the Celsius train.
I'm on that train.
I don't know. There's just something about that feeling of like it's not as bad as Monster.
Monster's horrible.
But it still has it's slightly chemically, which I like.
I just like that it's green
that
tea.
Little metal taste.
No, it's green tea based, so that's why I like it. And then like it actually helps like burn fat, so I'm in for that too. But does Bang do that too?
I mean, it has creatine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people who love creatine.
Ooh. I mean, I dig both, so I'm riding both trains, I think. I'm riding both trains.
Loaded.
You're just riding a train on all
like I'm on the locomotive, girl.
Speaking of which, I'm so sorry. Welcome back to the show. We did an intro now, so now I don't really know how to start these because we're already introducing something, so I'd feel weird introducing it again. Yeah. But I will introduce you to Maddie May.
Hello. This is
Welcome,
now ASMR.
And can we, before we get too far into it, because I never really know how this is going to go and what we're going to get into, why don't you just drop your socials for everybody so they can follow you before we possibly forget?
Yeah, so my Twitter deleted for the 8th time.
Wow, 8.
I'm on lucky number 9.
That's it. Yeah. That's really impressive.
So it's kind of it's at Just Let Me Live 69. Mm-hmm. I already had Just Let Me Live and it got banned, so I was like 69.
There you go.
Nice.
And I tagged my first tweet. I tagged Elon Musk.
You might want to pull this up. Sorry, just a little bit closer to your beautiful mouth.
Hello.
Here. Yeah, just like nestle it into your boobies. Perfect. There you go.
It's comfy.
You were just sounding a little far away, so I want to make sure that we pick up your voice.
Fair enough. But I tweeted Elon Musk the first time. I was like, "Are you gonna let me keep this one?"
Nice.
At Elon Musk. And then
and he was like, "Nah," because he's a troll. He liked it. He liked it, and then he deleted your account.
He comments like, "No," and then I'm suspended.
He's like,
"You lose.
You thought." And then Instagram is just real Maddie May, MADDYMAY, and then OnlyFans Maddie May 69, just running theme.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Every time you have to.
Solid.
makes me feel 10 again. I'm like 69.
69. Know what's better than 68?
69.
Love that.
Oh, God. So how long have you been in the creation of content, as it were, for an adult audience.
So I've done mainstream porn for like 2.5 years now, and then I was a camera for a year before that.
Oh, so you were like a COVID beginner.
Yeah, I actually signed with my first agency at AV in 2020 when I went as a cam model, and then they're like,
"Is it too soon to say something good came out of?" Okay, I won't go there, but agreed. And then all of a sudden,
no comment.
I signed the contract, and the universe was like, nope, pause. So that was August, and then I stripped for 5 years.
Okay,
That was my favorite.
that was your favorite.
Yeah.
What was the first time like on stage for you?
Shit. So I worked at a very rough club at the time, very, very rough. And so I started as the door girl. And so like all the strippers knew me by the time I was ready to get on stage.
Yeah.
So thankfully they're the one that tipped me. I was like in a acceptance type thing.
Oh, okay.
But I always wanted to get up there, but I had stage fright, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So my manager, I already had a locker and I bought outfits, but I canceled like multiple times. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I never did. My manager gave me 3 double shots of Rumple Mints.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
That I thought were that I didn't know were doubles.
Oh.
So I went up there. I got dressed. I went up there. Didn't know how to shake my ass at all. It was horrific.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was supposed to go main stage first and second. By the time I get off the first one, I start walking to the back, almost break my ankle. So my friend takes my heels off, and the manager's like, "Hey, you got to go back on this stage." I was like, "What?"
Oh no.
So I took another stripper's slides from the back, walked my happy ass up there with my buckets, and sat there. They're like, "You got to do something." I'm like, "No." And so I crawled to the third one, and I just sat there cross-legged with my buckets, just like. They're like,
Just give me money.
They're like, "Are you good?" I was like, "I need to go in the back." And then I fell asleep on my manager's desk for the rest of the night.
Oh.
So,
Well, that sounds like his fault for not, letting you know. That's a bit rough.
6 shots.
it was
of that.
within 20 minutes.
Yeah, and that's gonna just hit you like a bus,
It did.
all at once. It's like there's nothing.
A bus going off a hill, like
It hit me
into a
when
fiery pit.
I went and jumped on the pole and went and did the upside down one where you're like just holding on with your thighs, and that's when it hit me, and I was like, "Oh, everything's spinning, and it's not just the pole right now."
Oh no!
I slid down.
I got
like,
such a visual. You were like just sitting there, Indian style. Like,
you gotta paint a picture.
Okay,
Yeah, you gotta paint a picture.
I
See,
saw
storytelling
it.
is in her
there.
nature.
I was there.
Not everyone can see this.
Yeah.
I
I
had to
saw
describe
that.
it.
I love
Thank you.
being able to tell a good story. I appreciate that very much.
Absolutely.
Do you know what's funny too? What you say about like stage fright and all that. Even like a lot of performers that I talk to, despite like what we do for a living and what we're putting on video, actually being on stage or like interacting with other people,
It's weird.
is weird and scary.
A camera doesn't talk back, guys.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
A camera doesn't say anything. The
No
comments
ears, no
later
eyes.
do, but you can just learn not to read them.
Yeah, just ignore them. I don't read any of my
That's on
comments.
you. Yeah, that's on you.
You open that can of worms.
Because the internet's going to have it there, like, no matter what. Because even if it's like, if you have 5 people that hate you and 1 person that doesn't like you, that just compounds with the more and more people that like you, but even at like bigger ratios, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because it's just like not everyone's going to like you, and there's a lot of people who are bitter. So the more people that do know about you, the more people will dislike you, even though
like,
a
"That's not
majority of
fair."
them will probably like you. You
Be
know what I
like,
mean?
yeah, just stop reading. Just don't read the bad
Yeah.
shit. It's like,
It's not good. It's like it's the biggest
Skip
rabbit
next.
hole in the universe.
I've talked to so many girls. They're like, "Have you ever seen any mean comments of you?" I'm like, "Nah." They're like, "Why?" I'm like, don't click it."
Yeah.
Don't give it that attention, Doesn't
I think
deserve it.
I actually find it very funny
Yeah.
to do troll things on TikTok. But that's
Ooh.
just
Troll
because
things?
it's so interactive. Well, if people are going to troll me, I like to try to do it back in a way that I can't be targeted for harassment.
Oh my God,
So you have
yeah,
to do it in like more intelligent ways that don't
Very smart
necessarily
ways.
insult them, even though they've just blatantly insulted you repeatedly. Because it's like, and then as soon as you say anything, if you get to their level, you can't, because they are sad enough to sit there and then just report your video for bullying them.
So
I've had that.
lame.
People are like, "No," and it's like, dude, what? Like, stop.
Yeah, but that's why it's funny, because you really know that, it just feels real good when the video gets to a point where they have to delete their comment because they're just blowing up from it. And I'm like, you did this.
You made me viral.
Sorry that you hated me, but
I love it.
I love the attention, so I could.
It all works out.
I didn't get enough of it, all right?
We all have trouble growing up. We just want attention now, okay?
Yeah. Like we grew up too soon without enough attention, and now like here we are.
And you give us this big of a platform, like y'all fucked up.
We messed up. We were like the weird ones, like the weird little degenerates, and everyone looked at us and was like, ew, what is that?
What is that?
And now people are like, oh my God, what is that? You know what I mean? And you just have to like come to terms with that, because that's weird for me to wrap my mind around, because I am such a weird, gross individual.
And people love it. And they love it. Like, why do you like it?
Well, let's get one thing straight. I'm a behind the scenes girl. Like
I know.
Y'all.
No, but I'm saying,
Y'all.
girl, but you've seen me.
I've seen
everything.
All of you.
You've seen the weird stuff that comes out of my brain.
You've seen the weird shit that comes out of me.
Yeah.
And that sounds really bad.
That sounds really bad.
Yeah, that
weird
sounded very
shit.
bad.
I'm going to see a lot more come out of you once people clear that campaign. So Laura has a wholesome
secure
fans.
the bag.
She has a wholesome fans.
Okay.
And
I
she
do.
has started a campaign
Wham Glam Artistry.
for me.
69. I'm kidding. No, 69. No, 69.
It's implied.
It's implied. Totally.
It's always implied.
I
But
like that you know this.
the campaign is for me to see Laura naked.
You've never seen her naked?
No.
Aren't y'all best friends?
Yes. It's
I'm-
bothering
I've never
me.
had sex with my best friend, Alexis.
It bothers me
Yeah.
so much. But I've seen, even friends that I haven't had sex with, I've seen naked.
Even my best friend back home, I've seen her naked. Why haven't you let her see you naked?
Well, I'm trying to secure the bag.
Yeah.
10 grand is the campaign.
They don't get
Shit.
to see it. Only
then
I get
she'll
to see
see
it.
it.
But I support her dream. So,
And
you know,
thank you to
whatever she
everyone
has
who-
10 grand
yeah, and
for.
thank you for everyone who's contributed so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're really
You're the
excited
bomb.
about it. So, and I'm really excited about it. So thank you.
There's gonna be some pictures of her and her reaction.
You just have a Polaroid the whole time and
Yeah.
eat and just
and
keep
it's from
snapping.
my backside, so you'll see my back. You'll be seeing the front.
Oh, that's fun, like a mirror.
Yeah, but we're going to
Yeah.
cut off like
I
butt
love that.
cheeks. So, yeah. It's going to be really fun. So, we have
be
a lot
great.
of fun plans coming. Coming up in the new year, January 4 through 7, we will be at the AVN Expo show. We have a booth for the podcast and for me and my merch, so you can come and hang out and meet Laura and I. So
Come.
get excited for that. It's January 4 through 7 at Resorts World in beautiful Las Vegas. So we hope to be able to see you guys there. We are going to be having meet and greets, live interviews. We are going to have merch. All the merch that you guys have been waiting and wanting to see and buy, it's going to be available first at the convention. And then we're figuring out some new things for the new year as well. So stay tuned, and we hope that you guys will join us at the convention.
Get your
AVN show.
tickets.
Get your tickets. There will be a ticket in all of the descriptions, whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you're listening on an audio platform. Just check the description for where you can get your tickets. We hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Mwah.
69.
Clear the campaign. Clear the campaign.
Tip 69 to Laura's campaign.
I'm just gonna start
Hey,
adding
there might be
69
a
to everything.
special for
There might
that.
be a special. You have to
Hey,
think of
stay
one.
tuned.
Hit her up in the DMs.
Slide on
What's
in
that
nice and smooth.
$69 deal I hear about? Word on the street.
It's
love
just,
that
you just
idea.
start like,
I might send you a liquid IV.
why don't you
Wink.
just get into like foot content? Why don't you just get into foot content?
Foot content?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could, but my feet nasty. Have you seen my feet?
Yeah, they
and I
match
get
your nails. They're
pedicures.
cute.
I get pedicures
Girl.
with the bottom end up like a Flintstone.
Do you know how many
walking
people
around.
love my Sasquatch paws? They're just like, oh my God, calluses. And I'm like, why?
Well, hit me up in the DMs if y'all think that.
It's
Yeah,
different.
I don't know. So I don't have much of a pinky toe. I have one of those like hooks.
Like a little dew claw.
Yeah, people love that shit. Yeah, I have a dew claw on my foot.
That's so cute.
But like
Sorry.
people love weird feet. So this one, only this one, I can make my 3 middle toes, just the middle ones, wave. These two are, I know.
You need to get that little dew claw, little ring. Little tiny
It
one.
doesn't even have a nail, bro. Well, it does, but it's like, eh.
Yeah, that's okay.
These poor ladies giving me pedicures, they're just like grabbing my toe. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do. They're just like,
They're pulling on.
they're like trying to paint my toe and they're like, hold it here. I'm like, I can't. I'm so sorry.
They need like lip liner but for your toe, so they just make your toenail look bigger and then paint it in like with lipstick.
Just grab some eyeliner and be the very pin brush, the tip needle. That'll be fine.
You should just get like a tattoo on your little pinky to like make it a little character.
Make it a longer nail. Come on.
Put a smiley face on it and make the nails happy face.
Actually,
It's either smiling or frowning at you, whichever way
Whichever way you look at it. It's like, you know, those little mood plushies that you flip them inside out that you've seen.
Oh, God.
I just look at you and I'm like, I'm angry right now.
Yes.
Or like my man comes home and I'm like, yeah. He's like, baby, how you feeling?
Garlic bread. Baby's breath. Yeah. Yes. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
So awesome.
I love all these like sensory things that are appealing to like adults who don't know how to communicate.
I love it. Oh my God.
But isn't it so much better to just like say the thing instead of having to worry? We were just talking about this today. Like, it's so much better to just say the thing and talk about the thing and get it over with than be overthinking about the thing.
And explode
About
the thing.
Because
that could have been like less.
Do you know what I mean?
Of a thing.
Less of a thing.
Exactly.
Ding dong.
It's a thing. Okay, but like
It's the thing here.
it might be.
Sorry. We were talking about Wednesday Addams, guys.
Halloween
I
nails.
just love the Wednesday Addams. Oh, we actually just did something really fun that will be coming out soon, and I've posted teasers already for it, but we just did Nightmare Before Christmas for
Sally.
Christmas content.
That is...
It was so fun. That was a great look.
It was
That's
super
amazing.
You
fun.
looked like the hottest
that's
Sally ever. It worked.
sick.
It was a vibe.
That's sick.
Oh my God. Did we... Okay, so stripping. We just totally got off tangent. I
went
wanted
to
to know
Toast.
more things about
It's
you. So how did you start getting into mainstream and like shooting and not like stripping? Or do you do still
We
strip?
were just shocked about that, shook about that story. It was amazing. You painted that picture so much.
It was beautiful.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going. What story?
We want to turn the
I have
page.
so
Next
many
chapter.
stories, y'all.
Next chapter.
So I stripped for like 5 years on and off between Arkansas, Texas, and Tennessee. And I ended up... I got tired of the bitches, to be honest. Mm-hmm. It's so catty. And there was one girl, if y'all want a story, there was one girl.
T.
It's not a real name, so I guess I can say it.
Yeah.
There was a girl named Nadia, if she ever watches this. And so she had a client.
Like Nadia?
Yeah.
I would have been like Naughtia. Like,
Mine was Sophia.
Right.
I like Sophia.
Lights are like darker there. I got away with it. I'm like, I'm Sophia.
So fierce.
Sophia. So.
Yeah.
That's even better.
But you have to do the you have to do the
Sophia.
So fierce.
How do you feel about... Okay, we'll get back to how you got into mainstream because I want to know. How do you feel about like the over-exaggerated...
Those?
In the pornosphere.
I want to shove a gag down their throat every fucking time, bro. It's like, listen. If you're not there to have sex, that's fine. I don't need you to try to convince me that you're convincing yourself you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'd rather you be quiet.
Yeah. Or just like,
Yes.
you can like, all right. So I've heard some people, they're like, oh, you know, moaning and stuff. Is that like more something that we do for the benefit of a partner, or is it for us? But when I masturbate, I moan. You know what I mean?
I know.
But I've never been enticed to like scream or yodel. You know what I mean?
Yodel.
And
No.
like sometimes
No.
it just surprises me because out of nowhere, when almost nothing has begun, and I'm like, whoa.
The second they even...
whoa.
The
I didn't know
second
it was
you
like
just
that.
pull the panties down, they're just... I had a girl do that.
I am so wet.
It's like, bitch,
Oh my god. Fuck yes.
there was one time I had a girl that was
Sorry,
just way
bleep
over the
that.
top, way over the top, to the point like I looked in the director and I made eye contact and I'm like, "Are you hearing this? Is this loud to you? Because it's loud to me." And I was like, "I'm gonna cover her
Are my
mouth."
ears ringing or is it her? I
I
don't
went
know.
and covered her mouth, and I just looked at her, and I was just like, "I just need 5 minutes apiece."
That's where the
Okay.
panties come in and play. Boom.
I
Panties.
tried that. She
That's-
spit them out.
I've done
I
that
was like,
before.
"Take
Sometimes
the
you just
hint."
gotta hold it.
Bitch, you're gonna be quiet. You're gonna be quiet right now. I'm in charge.
Do you know what's kind of funny is that when I do shoot mainstream, I always end up being put in a role that's a hot and mean scene. Like, I'm always dominant. There's like a few scenes I think that I've done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Be real.
You said Scorpio. I believe it. And you're like, I'll fuck you up.
But it's funny because then typically the people that I am paired with are very, very overtly okay with being dominated. And like the things I've had people request me to do, I'm just like, oh, do you need a hug? Are you okay?
Really?
So let's not go into my kinks then, because I
don't mind it.
I'm that person.
I don't mind it.
I'm that person.
I don't mind it.
Beat my ass.
I don't mind it. I just like I don't mind spitting in someone's mouth, but unless I'm like fucking in love with you, I don't want your spit dangling into my mouth. You know what I mean? It's different.
I am obsessed with spit.
Okay. Girl, you would love my spit.
It's
like Spider-Man's web. It's just like
there's a lot in abundance of spit there.
That's me. Like
liquid IV. Hey.
I actually had funny story. Ryan Powell, he do you follow Bang's Instagram or anything? Okay, well he did he does a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know he's gonna see it, so I love it.
Rock on, shout out.
Fuck yeah.
Ryan Powell now. Thanks for the weekend though. But the concert. But anyway, so I didn't know he had a spit phobia.
Okay.
He did like this 10 scene like contract thing with Bang where he got to go on porn sets for 10 days or 10 shoots and do like BTS, ask jokes. I kind of like combined it with his is more like a safer for work podcast type thing.
Yeah.
And he reached out to me and he was like, you're the first VR I ever had sex with. So we've kind of had sex. I was like, oh, that's how it works, right? So he fucked me VR. So he had like a thing for me. I was the last one in the contract. I was like, okay, well, why don't I like being bratty. Scared.
Sorry, Edward is losing his mind like always.
He wants cuddles.
He always needs cuddles.
I know you're in there.
The neediest.
But I ended up switching the talent because I was like, okay, if you're a fan and you have the chance to actually watch me, I'm very much an exhibitionist. I'm like, I'll put on a show for you. Mm-hmm. So one of the talent I was supposed to work with, I'm a little bratty and I'll talk some shit if I think you can handle it, and he couldn't handle it. Mm. So I changed it to one of my friends, Cody Steele. I didn't know Ryan had a spit problem. I ended up spitting so much. This man went downstairs and the BTS guy got it. He threw up on the floor. Because apparently 10 years ago in college, he drank someone's spit cup. Oh. So he had a phobia, and he came upstairs and he was like, because at first he's like, oh, I'm going to jack off in the corner. Oh, and I was like, oh, you're not going to come up here and like jack off? He's like, that's a lot of spit. And I spit at him. And then that's when he's like, no, it's a problem. I was like, oh. So when I say, like, I'll spit in the air and catch it on my face. Yeah. Like, I'll spit on my own face.
See, my thing is, like, I have no problem with my own spit. And there's some performers, like Alex Cole, like, or people that, like, I'm super close to and, like, into, you know? Like, then it's different. But especially if it's, like, random talent that doesn't even talk to you beforehand. You know what I mean? Like, I'm, like, a little bit of conversation. Like, I don't want you to spit in my mouth. Yeah. If you come up to me and you're like, I want you to spit in my mouth and, like, smack me or whatever, I'm like... I mean, okay, but don't spit in my mouth. Like,
we're not at that level.
We haven't reached that point.
I have a very small pool of people I allowed that.
With a large pool of spit.
Yes, please.
That's how I see it.
Like, spit on your spit on my face and, like, rubbing it in and then choking me afterwards while it's on your hand. It just, I'm just
there
like...
There you go. Yeah. Another picture painted very well.
Now here's some more content that we can make in the future.
Heck yeah.
Say less.
Say more.
Tell me, Daddy.
Like, I did
to be continued.
I did a video with Alex Cole, and we, like, set it up like we were doing a webcam show.
Yeah.
That editing took forever. It was so worth it, though. But she starts, like, getting just a little bit of spit from my mouth, but it just keeps coming. And it's, like, webby. Like, ooh,
okay.
And just did this for so long. And she's like, what is happening?
You're like, it doesn't
like,
stop.
twirling it up, and then, like... It's like fucking cum.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
She's Spider-Man.
Oh my god, my spit is cum.
You have cum spit. You have cum spit.
Oh man. God. All right. Anyways.
Damn.
So,
Okay.
back into you getting into mainstream. How did
We
you
really
transition?
sidebarred on that one, huh? It was
You never know where this is going to go. That's why it's fun.
It's authentic. It's natural. I like it.
So natural.
So this girl named Nadia had a customer, and she introduced me to him and his friend. He ended up liking me more because he said I had something between my brain, and she didn't. I was like, rough. So she... I was a stripper.
Sorry.
Dog eat dog world.
Rough.
Girl, I know. Like, one of the only times I stripped in a club, I got my money taken from my locker.
That's...
I've heard of that kind of
somebody's ass
stuff.
over money.
That happens a lot, I hear.
Yeah.
I never had mine
Wasn't for
stolen, but
me.
I was that girl to, like, start some shit. I had a girl, she got off stage, and I knew someone took it. I was like, hey, or she was still on stage, she's like, by the way, that girl just came and grabbed your money, and she took her heels off and went chasing her. I was like, she's coming for ya. That was me.
Just stirring it up.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, that one.
That one.
Get her.
Get
That
her.
one.
Yeah.
I want to watch something fun.
I'm bored.
Like a little shit stir.
Like, I'm bored. Nothing's happening.
I'll
I'll
make it happen.
She did too. It was rough.
Yeah, like that's not an environment for me. My environment is like in my house.
See, that's what I do now.
Yeah.
I'm almost 30. I grew out of that real quick.
Girl, I'm 31. I did the camming thing for way too long.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it. And then, like I said before we started rolling, this feels more like camming, like when it was fun to me, where it's like sitting there and having conversation, even with like another girl I'd be camming with, or just by myself in the room. And so it's like a totally better vibe.
Heck yeah.
It's just no boobs, but that's what OnlyFans is.
That's exactly what OnlyFans is for.
So how do you go about like making your own content? Like how long have you been doing your own content? Like
When
for
it
OnlyFans and
started,
stuff?
so that was what, 2019, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, shortly.
COVID? Yeah.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
In March.
I started because a lot of
March,
people were new
April.
to it, but I joined OnlyFans when it was like first opened, and then I was camming at the time, so I just didn't have time to like
Fully
do another
dive
platform.
in.
That's how
too.
mine was, because I was with MFC, so I was like, okay, so I'm just
Same.
twins.
Hey.
So I was writing with that for a while, but I was like, eventually, like, COVID hit, and I was like, I might as well. And my ex-husband actually helped me out with that, which was very nice of him. So I fell off the wagon a while. Once I started mainstream, I just focused on that, which I shouldn't have done. But now I'm actually at a position, I'm making my own, like, Nightmare Before Christmas, not that, but like my own shit.
Your own content.
which is fun.
It's fun. Like, I
That's
wanted to become
exciting.
I wanted to be a Fruit Loop bowl, like a bowl of Fruit Loops.
That's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
So I became a bowl of Fruit Loops.
That's perfect.
I was like,
I love that.
just masturbate with
That is amazing.
a pink dildo to match my Fruit Loops and cereal.
Yeah.
I was like, this is perfect.
That's
And just do
that's
whatever
up your
you want.
alley. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's also like how creative, you know, sometimes we get to be like, and we're like, how does this work?
How is this
How
work?
is this?
Yeah.
We're
'Cause
so
you,
lucky.
like-
We have the best time ever. Like,
Yeah.
Freedom.
And it's
Making
like
fun
it's
shit
still
happen.
like, and I think that's the point too, where it's like you're a creative person, so you have these ideas of being Fruit
Yeah.
Loops or whatever, or also like whatever people you have around you helping to influence you in that way too is like a great support system to have. But once you can actually be like, oh, I can put my mind to something and make my own content that actually works for me forever
and
instead
be
of like
respected in the process.
yeah, exactly. By like your actual fans.
Yeah.
And not just like angry mainstream fans who are just commenting like, well, why haven't you done this yet? Or why don't you just do this? Or this person sucks. Those are
yeah.
like the most negative comments that I've ever
get
seen
tired
is
of
on
hearing
stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But it's like if you're just in your own bubble, it's kind of like you can just do what you want. You can be weird. You can just be who you
And
are.
I love that.
And they love it.
Like,
You guys love it. Thank you.
I made
thank you for
soup.
loving it.
Like, I made soup on live the other day, just naked, just cooking soup. Didn't do anything. And everyone loved it. They were like, can we just have the recipe? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, sure.
Yeah, I've done like baking
awesome.
videos and
That's
stuff like that.
awesome.
And you just do it naked because who cares? I'm going to do it naked anyway.
Yeah, it's a difference.
You're home.
Like if I'm home, I'm naked.
You're
like,
gonna
I
see
put
my nude on
clothes
Twitter.
For the podcast.
Clothes are wrong.
Yeah, it's not good.
We're born without
I'm loving
them.
your vibe right now with like the soft comfiness.
Yeah.
Bloated.
It looks cozy.
Didn't feel good.
Girl,
I was
bloated too. High waist.
Bloated.
Workshop.
Bloated.
I was like, my boyfriend looked at me. He was like, that's what you're wearing? I was like, sir? He's like, you look great. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
I am comfy. Thank you so much for this.
And that's the vibe here. You
honestly,
get it? Like,
yeah.
it's a chill vibe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Super
most
chill.
of the time, I don't even have my makeup done on this. It's just we were doing content.
It was a good day.
It was a good day.
It took the day by its horns. What do you say? Grab the bull
Anything
by its
fun?
horns.
I mean, it was all fun, but I got through a bunch of customs, which are always
Workout
fun to do.
stuff.
I love
Workout
customs.
stuff. So that was good. I've been loving being able to like incorporate workout stuff into the content for OnlyFans because just like it's that same thing of like whatever it is that you're doing. I'm like, well, I'm gonna do that anyway.
Yeah,
let's film it.
You're like, I need to knock this out.
Yeah.
So let's film it.
So it's really cool to be in a position where it's kind of like your own little bubble of fan base and people that kind of just let you explore everything that it is that you like to do. And even if it's
They
weird,
want to see you for you, not your body at this point.
yeah, it's
That's
like,
nice.
and the body obviously helps, but I've had people say all the time, it's like the body is what like starts it, but then it's like,
invitation.
it's like the open invite to be like, oh, and I like all this other stuff that you do too, which feels really cool because I never got seen or anything. Like I was bullied, I was the freaking weirdo, and now it's just like I'm just adult and weird, and I show my boobs, and so it's like I can do just whatever.
Look
we
what
want.
I can do. Please.
But it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's like so weird to like still always after all this time wrap my mind around like that people just want to watch and support me.
I never thought I'd be in this position where people just want to see you for you, like ever. Like even growing up, I was the agri kid. Had 2 rabbits that I showed in the fair. I grew up on a farm, only child. Like I was a little weird.
Did you say a ferret?
Fair. No.
Oh,
rabbits
I was
at
like,
the fair.
oh my god, a ferret.
No, 2 rabbits.
She has ferrets.
I was like, oh, but animals, rabbits. Oh,
Yes.
that's so cute.
Well, we sold them after they lost, but it's the South. It's fine.
You're good. You move on.
We move on. You grow.
Just learn about the things that really matter.
But I was weird, and like now people are just like, "Hi, you're weird." Like I love training horses, and I would like during the summer I was setting up my phone and just recording me working with horses. They ate that shit up.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, you're more than just someone who has sex really good. It looks good.
Yeah. You got
Like,
tits.
oh, there's something there.
But you're really
Yeah.
cool.
You have cool tits, cool lady.
Yeah.
And what's cool too about like the fan base of like OnlyFans or any of those types of platforms like Loyal Fans, like Fansly, whatever people are on, is that it also I feel like is not only more humanizing to us with a lot of people, but we also get to kind of like explore and find out about the people who support us to do the weird crazy stuff that we do.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, like those are actually real people who are taking time out of their day, money out of their paycheck to like support content just because they find us to be entertaining in whatever way that is, whether it's weird stuff or naked stuff or both.
Yeah.
And it's really, really cool.
So cool.
And they're all so sweet.
We're
and it's just
lucky.
like learn about these people, like talk about their day and all that kind of stuff. And just like it's like talking to a friend, but then it's also like, hey, you want to see this video?
Like, I've made some people that are like really friendly on my OnlyFans.
That's good.
And it's
I love
like
that.
afterwards, it's, hey, do you want to see this guy fuck my put it in my butt?
Yeah.
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 And they're like, yes.
Yes, I do.
Like, actually,
This was a
I've been
great
waiting for you to
conversation.
ask.
Like, okay, so I was smoking. I was smoking on camera and I started coughing really bad. And one of the guys, I was like, guys, I can't get air. Someone like tipped me with the emoji. Here's some air. Yeah. I was like, I like that. Or like my dad
they're
jokes.
sweet.
My dad jokes have become such a thing. Once a week, I have to send out 3 dad jokes.
I love it. I love it so much.
I have one for you.
Yes.
It's the perfect time of year for it.
Okay.
Feel free to steal it.
Okay, I love it.
If your left leg is Thanksgiving and your right leg is Christmas, can I see you between the holidays?
Yes,
I
dining
love
at the Y.
Dining at the Y.
So amazing.
Oh my god. We had our comedian friend Jordan Perry on.
Shout
and
out.
We had a voicemail from Maryland. And he was talking about like eating snatch, but he called it dining at the Y. And it was before we like listened through the whole thing that we're like,
We all stopped and said, did he say?
Dining at the Y.
Yeah, and we were
I'm
like,
gonna steal that. Next time I see a girl, I'm gonna be like, can I dine at the Y?
it's so impressive.
Yeah.
Very classy.
yeah, it was very classy. I was
Very
like,
classy.
I was like, is
Yeah.
this for real? But it's like that kind of stuff. Like they have their own humor too, and it just feels like a lot better of a community than something like with my free cams, like especially because it's like even there the members are always pitted against each other and pitted against other models. You don't see anything on OnlyFans. It's your page and it's just people who want to be there. They're not in competition with each other for whatever,
trying to out tip the other, or trying to like, oh, she's better than her. Like, it's no competition.
And of course there's certain like contests and stuff like that people try to win, but it's not like, oh, I specifically don't like this person with her name in his username. And I'm gonna throw all this money and then I'm gonna be mad when we don't date. I'm like, whoa.
Take a breath.
OnlyFans is like calmer.
It's definitely stoner friendly.
That's good. Yeah. It's very cool.
Very chill. And I don't drink anymore, so like I can't deal with that energy anymore.
No, can't.
No. It's chaotic.
It's chaotic.
Right?
That's a young woman's game. Hey. I'm 31 now. I can't do that shit no more.
You turned 29
Boss
this month, so
lady. Boss lady.
Mm-hmm.
It's good though, because it's like I've started to reach that point, and I think it's like more and more all the time where it's, you know, you always wonder, like with old people, or you hear about old guys in the locker rooms at the Y who just walk around with like their little shrimp dicks just hanging out.
Yeah.
They don't care. They might not have used it in years. They don't care.
They don't give a shit.
Who cares?
Their bush is covering like 90% of it.
Yeah, we're all going to die someday. Mm-hmm. Have fun. Just do whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Do what makes you happy, though.
Yeah.
You know, just live your life.
Exactly.
Live your life.
But it's also like I don't worry all the time anymore about like, oh, this picture has to be whatever edited, like, oh, I can't possibly post a picture of me doing something weird, or I can't possibly post something that has a zit on it. I have to like edit out every little.
I stopped doing that.
No.
I stopped doing that. I stopped giving age. I don't care anymore. I'm like, you're here or you're not here.
Yeah.
If you're not here,
this is a real body that goes through shit. Like, okay, so the huge flight from Australia back to here, it's like you just sit on your ass for 24 hours.
Yeah.
My butt's so gross right now. We just shotgunned it today. It's like starting to go down, but it's like, what are you supposed to do about it?
She's like, yo, this is real.
Like, I got content to make. I got stuff to do.
This is just life.
This is life.
This is life.
And it's like, if you ever are going to be around a woman sexually or nude, if that kind of stuff is surprising or gross to you, maybe you can learn to like get over it by looking at mine, because
you know, put on your big girl socks, your aloe socks, and you were like, pass me the booty cream. Mm-hmm. You know, the pimple booty cream.
Yeah.
And she's like, let's get through this day.
Yeah, we gotta do this.
All right, let's go.
We gotta go.
Let's go.
She's like, I have my makeup on it. I'm like, no, it's just gonna come off on the bed.
Yeah, she's like, that's just extra work.
Extra work. Got a lot of stuff to get through today.
I was prepared. Brush in hand.
I've run into like a couple set guys that that's all they do, right? Just literally, this is just their life at this point. Mm-hmm. And they'll have, I've heard it from a couple people, after a girl gets off their period, like the last day or the day, like the first day after, you still kind of have an iron smell to you a little bit. These guys are so used to set pussy being douche, they forget that women have that. And they're like, hey, there's a little blood. Can you like go wash it? And it's like, can you just grab my sponge? No, you can. And there was times I had long nails. I'm like, do you?
Yeah.
No.
It's like, you're going to put your dick in there. Yeah. You can't put your fingers in there? Help me out?
No. Some of these men just don't know about like women bodies. Like you were saying, they go through shit. Like it's once a month too.
Yeah. And it's like, I know I'll always say stuff about this and take clips of it. And then there's going to be the people who's like, well, I know that. It's like, well, of course you do. Some people do in the world, but a lot of people don't. That's why we say the things that we do. It's not like, oh, all men are so stupid about the woman body. But
some of y'all know it really well.
Some of y'all do. But a lot of you don't. It's just facts.
And we've heard a lot of stories.
Saying this, and we don't even say this kind of stuff to be mean. It's just kind of like, if you can just listen with an open mind, you'll find it like informative.
It's like, just listen and just take the advice.
Yeah. Our boobs aren't out. We can't distract you at the moment with them. Just listen to the words coming out of our mouths. Then they'll think about our mouths wrapped around, stuff. And it's just like, does this go anywhere?
Your spit cum, so that's what they're thinking.
They've just been thinking about spit cum for like 20 minutes.
I love lamp.
I love lamp.
I love lamp. 69 lamp.
You were saying that you have news as well, right? That you are signing with Evil Angel, right? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk all about that. Yeah.
Because you were like, oh, and I was like, oh, shit.
No, I was like, I forgot about that.
Cool.
Yes.
And I actually got the call today. The XBiz panels that they do, I got the call yesterday. I'm doing the Female Performer of the Year panel.
Ooh.
Dope.
I don't know anything about that, but I'm excited and I'm honored. So.
That's awesome. You just get to talk about your experiences and stuff.
Talk about me? What?
It's like a live podcast.
No way.
Stop.
But let me tell you when it all began.
Oh, you're flattering me.
else?
But anyway, if you have the time. But yeah, so I'm signing with Evil Angel this year at the Avian Expo. I got one of their showcases this year.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my second year, and I kind of went
That's
in.
really great.
My agent dropped the ball, so I was like, because I was going to do my first DP.
Yeah.
And not my current agent, but my old agent. And they were like, no, you should just do a DP with this one company. It was Jules Jordan. I was like, no. I was like, I can do more, though.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, he's already doing a showcase. I was like, well, I already do a lot of Evil Angel stuff. Like, that's the category I've ultimately fell into, is I'm very much the hardcore performer at this point.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just, like, you never know if you don't try.
Yeah.
Ever. So I was like, hey, why don't we do a movie? They said, what can you offer us? So I did my first DP, my first DP double anal, double vag, my first trans, and then my first gangbang.
Damn. Wow, girl.
Yeah.
Everything.
But the way the gangbang was...
It's like that little bit of everything all of the time.
Yes, because I did research, and all showcases have at least 2 things that are new. 2 things girls have never done before. There's never been one that was an all 4 first.
That's awesome.
So I was like, why not fucking do it?
Yeah.
Like, capitalize on that shit.
Yeah.
And then I did my gangbang different, because normally it's like you walk in and the guys are there, then the girl walks in, or vice versa.
Yeah.
I started with blowjob on the balcony, and then I went to a different one for vag, a different one for anal, a DP, and then everyone came in and ended in a blow bang.
Oh, shit.
So
That's a lot of work, girl.
I did my gangbang on a torn asshole.
Wow.
Mind you, Owen Gray tore my asshole like 4 days before that, and I asked Eva, I was like, "Can we postpone?" They're like, "We have a hard deadline."
You deserve awards.
Owen Gray has a really
big dick.
Yeah,
it's
big.
And
have you seen it?
No.
Do you want to see it? So we
huge.
can't show it, but here, I'll just show it to Laura.
Y'all can Google it.
You don't have to stop this rolling, David. We're not going to show it
Y'all.
to the camera, so just keep
this
this
is all
rolling.
for probably my
It's insane.
my expression.
But it's really good though.
This is gonna be for my it's really good.
He slipped out of vag and hit my ass. That's how it happened. It wasn't just anal.
Hit your ass for
Literally,
real.
he's like, I will punch you real quick.
Boom.
Yeah, that sounds really rough. Like I have a hard enough time with my butthole as it is. I can't imagine
I love anal.
taking it. I just can't. Even under the best of times, I'm kind of like a little about anal.
Yeah.
But when it's torn, I applaud you.
Holy cow.
And so
Here.
there's, yeah.
Dang. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
That's a 1. And then that morning, so I also picked all my talent. I wanted to have names because I was lucky to get one. I knew I was lucky. I know not every girl gets one.
Yeah.
I did all the staging. I had custom outfits made. I picked all the talent. Like, it was awesome. That's why if you look at it, it looks different than most evil ones, because I was like, this is mine.
That's perfect. Like, to be able to actually do your first and actually get a real input and say in what happens.
That was part of my negotiated deal.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's awesome, because not many people get that opportunity.
I didn't know that until after I shot it, and I talked to other people. They said the same thing. One of my talent originally for that day was Ramon Namar, actually. And he apparently didn't like me still because he almost gave me chlamydia a year and a half prior.
And he didn't like you?
And so...
Damn it! I almost gave you chlamydia. Fuck you!
Exactly. And then
wow.
So it was like whole thing. It was a whole thing. I was like, sir, you got a chlamydia shot that morning and you're trying to put it in my butt that afternoon. No.
Nobody wants chlamydia, especially in their butt.
No. But he had a name and he was... That morning.
Hold up! The record just skipped.
Reverse.
Wait a minute. Back it up.
Sorry, I'm a little high. How are you? Yeah, that hit a little late. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so at Christmas last year, I apologized to Giselle, his wife, and then like to him, just to like squash the beef. I'm not that type of person. Like, hey, we good. Like, we're in the same industry. Very not a lot of guys.
I just didn't want chlamydia in my butt. That's all.
That's it. Just don't give me an STD. That's all I'm asking you. Well,
the bare minimum, please.
Bare minimum. And so, like, he even addressed me by my name. So I was like, all right, we cool. So I put him in my gangbang. This dude was the last one to show up, apparently didn't even read the fact that, first of all, it was titled Maddie May's Mayhem. My name's literally the first 2 words of the title. And the talent. He shows up pissed that I'm there.
He did not.
He did. No. To the point he went up to the director and was like, looked at me and just bypassed and went straight to the director, started talking shit. And I look, literally.
After you've cleared air.
I love how he like can't read. He's like, God damn it.
These English words.
She's reminding me of the time that I almost gave her chlamydia in the butt. How dare she be here on my special day? For my mayhem. It's Maddie May's mayhem.
No, it's my mayhem.
It's mine. Like the mayhem I was causing her ass.
He did. So, like, he was so mad. And so, mind you, I'm already dressed. All the other talents there, the BTS guy has the camera, and he's like, I got this. We're good. And Ramon comes over and looks at me, starts cussing me out. F you, F this, and starts yelling at me. And I'm sitting there, like, just traumatized. Like, I'm just sitting here quiet. I'm like, wait. Like, I'm asleep right now. This isn't happening. So he starts yelling, saying because I called him out last time about him almost giving me chlamydia. It cost him $13,000 of work. One of the people that he was accusing was Wicked, and Seth was there, and he produces a lot for Wicked. Seth was like, whoa, man. Whoa, man. It's not true. He goes, it's very true. He goes, I produced for them. It's not true. He goes, it is true. He goes, dude. Again, it's not true. So he looks at me, starts yelling, and I can't understand half the shit he says. And I'm like, I'm not going to yell at you.
Do you ever just start to zone out when people start yelling at you?
That's why I don't remember the rest of it. And so finally, like, I was like, I'm not going to yell back at you because I'm a better person than you right now. Yeah. I was like, sir, if you want to have a conversation, you can just stop yelling at me. Fucking fireworks. He just looked at me and, like, froze. And he goes, fuck you, picked up his bags and left.
Well, good riddance to bad rubbish.
So that was my that was my gangbang story. That's how it started for the day. Torn butt and Ramon. But I got one of my favorite talents to replace it.
Sound like he has a mood. Someone who's torn down there. Like, god damn.
He came down there to put that show on.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't replace him. Like, who? Like, sir, this is my movie. You can go. Yeah. I don't
like, my name's on the thing. Like, it's on the top of the script. So I don't know if you read.
Picked him
in big
probably,
letters.
Right?
No, I did. Because he had a solid name.
And you had cleared the air. Like you just said.
That was one thing he said. He goes, you addressed my wife before me. I'm like, yeah, she's your wife. I'm going to always address a woman before the man.
Yeah. Last time I checked, that's respectful.
Like the respectful thing to do.
Sorry.
Right, last time we checked.
I'm sorry for respecting your spouse. Like, clearly you don't.
I should have spit.
I'm sorry. I should have just acknowledged you and completely ignored her the entire time.
That would have been right.
And then made her uncomfortable just for fun.
Is that what I have to do to be called a good girl around here?
What show is this?
I love it. You get like, the men are emotional, and I'm like, oh,
okay.
I've met some men like they're always not until they are,
and then when they are, it's insane.
Then you're like, whoa!
It's like, wait, whiplash.
What's going on?
I can't move my neck. That was so rough.
I need to see my chiropractor. My chiropractor actually told me when I go up to AVN or XBiz, he's like, you have to thank me. Because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. I'm like, okay. I'm like, thanks for fixing my back so they can break it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what? Why? Yeah. It's because of them. Like, they set you up to success.
Yeah. No, it's set your body
continue
up to get beat.
Hey.
Hey, man, you do what you gotta do.
Make me into a pretzel. It's all good.
Like,
teach
just
me
because,
I'm flexible.
Because you were like dork here, and I say that with the most love because I am as well. Now doing the job that you do that's like so very hypersexual, like what did you see yourself doing when you were younger?
I honestly, so while I was stripping, I have so many hats, y'all. I was a veterinarian nurse that specialized in surgery.
Okay.
My pit bull at the time, she was a blood donor for the large dogs.
Damn, that's dope.
Dude, I wanted to be a vet.
That is
amongst
so
a myriad of other things.
Yeah, a few things. But yeah, that was one thing I did, and I fell in love with it. But $14 an hour versus this.
I hear that.
And I can be naked.
Yeah.
At
Double
home.
hell yeah. Double hell yeah.
I can get baked at work and no one cares.
Well, I was talking to my friend the other day, and she wants to start making more content.
Yeah.
But she was like, what type of stuff do you shoot and how often do you shoot with people? I'm like, girl, like I've almost completely, and not completely because I still do stuff with other people, but I've mostly gone back to solo.
I do mostly solos.
And I love it. It's fun.
I do the whole girlfriend effect. I maybe once every month and a half will either give you a girl or a boy. And that's if.
Yeah, but then it's just like, it's fun because then it's like when you can be selective and you can just like have fun and make your own content, but then you can also like choose like, oh, I really like this person, so I want to spend a day making content with them. And then it's something that's more like fun instead of like required.
Work. It's like, oh, I need you to do this, please.
Yeah, because there's a lot of aspects of the job that are work, like especially if it's like you're grinding through a bunch of like customs or something like that, because
Skype calls.
or like whatever it is that you offer, it's like it gets to a point where it's like, it is a little bit, but then when you can find someone fun to work with, and it's like you both energize. That's why I have Laura around all the time.
Well, and like, we've met like a lot of great photographers, people that you get that like positive vibe off of, and y'all make magic happen.
It's easy. It's fun.
It makes it fun. Yeah. Totally. Shoot,
and we've done less so many STDs.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like chlamydia.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What you know about that?
It's always funny too when people like make estimations about how dirty the industry is, and it's like, really, do you know how many people those dog hairs are just flagging. Laura.
Yes.
Is it the most wonderful time of the year?
It is.
No, it's not. It's cold. It's dry. You know what I mean? It makes me thirsty. I have to sleep with a humidifier going in my bedroom, or I wake up with just the driest lips.
Yeah, that's true.
All the moisture is gone. You need to stay hydrated in winter. People forget. I don't care. Even if you're living where it's snowy, I know your lips getting chapped. I know they're getting dried out.
I hate my lips being chapped.
I hate it.
It's the worst. I mean, they feel...
it's the most wonderful time of the year. That's great. You still have to get gifts for people. So why not stuff their stocking with something that they're going to appreciate? Because you know what else happens in winter, Laura?
What?
You get sick. It's flu season. But you know what? Someone has us covered. Who is it, Laura?
Liquid IV.
It's Liquid IV. We're so excited to share this amazing suitcase box that they sent to us, and I got it, and I was like, whoa, I just want to keep the box because it's super cool. So thank you, Liquid IV, for sending this. So it looks like luggage because people do a lot of traveling because it's the holidays.
Yep.
And you're forced to spend time with your family who you don't always like. You know what I mean? But it's fine. We get through it. How do we get through it, Laura?
With Liquid IV.
With Liquid IV. I love freestyling with you. But look how cool this is. So, here, I'll let you hold on to this.
Look at that.
It is hydration plus immune support. Ooh, this bottle's freaking nice.
Ooh.
And then I think
a little weight to it.
socks! Soft socks! Oh, Liquid IV. How did you know? Laura, we can each have one sock.
Yes!
One sock each. Let's do it.
We'll have one warm foot for the holidays.
So if you want to get extra immune support and extra hydration so you don't have to have those super chapped winter lips, those socks are not for you. Don't even think about it. I don't think that you should give Liquid IV to your dog. I don't know if that's tested, so probably not for your dogs. But for you,
not
your family, the people that you're obligated to give gifts to, you have some Secret Santa thing, give them Liquid IV. And you can use our code. What is our code, Laura?
TWND.
And you get 15% off plus free shipping on everything that you order.
Get your socks.
Get some for yourself. Yeah. Get some for the people in your life. And spread wellness, spread goodness, just like Liquid IV does. They donated, over like 20 million some servings worldwide.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
We love you, Liquid IV.
Liquid IV is fantastic. And if you want to support the show that you guys enjoy so much, so we can keep doing this fun stuff, then please go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to get 15% off and free shipping on anything that you purchase. Get hydrated. Do it now. Get Liquid IV. Do it. Stuff it in your stocking. Stuff it down your throat. Be hydrated. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Cute.
That's fine. I think we're good. I feel happy with that.
A nice little sock.
Should we each just wear one?
Just one.
But how many?
We're just dirty sluts.
We are.
So dirty.
Because it's like the amount of people that I've had sex with or talked with outside of the industry who are so anti, like, well, I don't need to get tested.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do anything. It's like, you are a whore. I'm sorry. Like, in the best possible way.
You went and picked up Sally from the bar last night. What
Yeah.
are you telling me? You don't need an STD test.
Not from Nightmare Before Christmas, Sally.
That's probably why
Sally
that
from
was
the
away.
bar.
Sally from the bar.
But if you didn't wear a
Sally
condom,
from
your
the
dick
bar.
might end up looking like Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. So maybe get tested. Like, I don't know. It's not that scary.
It might be falling off, hanging by a thread.
It's like, hey, it's green. Is that normal?
Yeah, exactly.
Should it be oozing like this? Am I just coming a lot? Like, am I just coming all the
It's just
time?
can men have
You're really-
discharge? Is that normal?
You're really turning
Because it's just that they have
on.
so much testosterone inside that it just
leaks out the
leaks out
body.
as cum.
You just have so much
It's
masculine
just like,
energy. You have nothing. You
my
can't
balls
hold
are
it
so
anymore.
full. Despite getting sucked on by
I'm
ladies all the
such a
time.
man.
Oh,
I'm such
it's
a
just
man.
leaking out of me. That's all it is. I
just
don't
have
need
to
a test to know how masculine I am.
I'm just trying to spread my seed everywhere. It's so pure.
Spread.
Let me go to the Y.
Spread the seed and snatch across the land. I don't need to get tested. And then they're like, I wouldn't date an OnlyFans model. It's like, well, you're lost,
we
buddy.
draw
It's
that?
like,
Can
it's
we
pretty
draw
sick
that?
deal.
Like a comic of this?
Gonna lose.
Just the oozing dick. Dragging it along.
It's like, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need a doctor. It's fine. I don't need directions either. Okay, you're good.
And throw
know
away
where
that
I'm going.
IKEA manual. Okay, we won't be needing any of that.
He's reading like the Russian manuscript. He's like, this is fine. This is fine.
This is fine.
Oh my god.
I got this.
It's always so funny to me, like the very guys who typically say things like, oh, that they wouldn't date a performer or something like that, are typically the ones who are consuming, like, the content. It's like,
They're the fans.
what do you mean?
What do you mean you don't want to date me?
I'm sorry.
You're watching me.
I'm really sorry that you thought you were an option.
Oh, wait.
That's
you
actually
you
the
thought I was
best.
serious.
This is the best
Oh,
way to
okay.
put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me the
feel so
most
bad
is
for you.
like the catfish stuff, when it's very obvious that they already know what my actual accounts are,
Yeah.
but they still make it up like it's my fault because I didn't get it deleted. It's like I have any fucking control over that whatsoever.
no, guys.
It's like, no, you had wishful thinking with your pee-pee, and now you're mad because you sent like a $45 Steam gift card to someone in Arizona living in their mom's basement pretending to be me from the myriad of photos and images of me that are on the internet.
Cigarette voice. It's okay. Just that deep raspy voice with clicking on the computer. Like, why isn't this working? I paid 69 cents for
Why
this
can't
deal.
you Skype me right now? Oh, I'm just busy again. Like,
You're always busy. Oh, what do you know?
you could spend less money and actually talk to me on OnlyFans.
Way less. Okay.
10 times less.
But like, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I'm gonna come meet you somewhere because I'm not going to.
Oh, those are the worst. I would love to just date you. I just
I'm
want
like-
to be your girlfriend or be your boyfriend. It's like, no. This is a girlfriend effect.
It's nothing. Like,
real.
I have a man that I'm very happy with, and I don't understand why
You
he
hear
even
that,
likes me.
everybody?
So it's like, I'm good.
You
I'm not
hear
looking.
that, world?
No.
Happily taken.
I also feel like I would feel kind of strange, like, ever getting into position of someone who is like a fan.
Those
Do you know
people
what I
that
mean?
date
Because
fans, yeah.
especially because just for me, it's kind of like I was always that like sexual object for something. So it's like
Yeah.
it's hard for me to then be like, oh, I didn't show you my boobs for the first time, like because I was showing you my boobs for the first time. It's because you like paid for me to show you
Yeah,
my boobs,
like, don't
which
get
is
it
fine.
confused.
I don't have an issue with that at all. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's fun, and I'm an attention whore. But it's a little bit
Same.
different. Like,
I love it.
It's a little bit different, like having someone pay you for it rather than like, oh, actually, know you and like you enough, or think I do, to actually show you something.
It's empowering.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to pay me to see something that's just sitting on my body? Like, okay.
That lives on my body.
It's just here existing with me.
It's just here all the time. You want to see these? Oh, okay, thanks. Thanks for that.
I love it. I think it's so fun.
It's amazing.
Well, even you, like, how has your Wholesome Fans experience been besides the pay issues?
Oh, God. I know, besides that.
Only fan pay issues?
I've never heard of those before.
Welcome to the club.
Ooh, I'm doing something right. I
You
guess,
are.
right?
Yeah.
So it's been pretty awesome. Like, everyone that follows me is usually a fan of Molly, or like seen me on her Snapchat, or or on other people's like Instagrams when I do makeup for them or whatever. But it's like they're just like truly supportive in what I do. Like, they're like, we love that you're like always behind the scenes and like glamming up, and like we like that. And it's like, well, you get to see what really happens. Like, we're always cracking jokes. Yeah. We're always loving our life. Like, it's getting high.
It's like a really, really bad reality show.
But see, that's like an escape for like probably most of these people.
It's like YouTube. Like, how is it? Yeah. It's, for the most part, I find it to be not much different than YouTube, except it's not live all the time.
Right. Yeah.
But like, even camming was very much just like YouTube, but with boobs. It's like, it's just sitting there for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Just talking.
And just talking.
Just talking.
Yeah, they just want to talk and like talk about their day, and that's it. And like, then they'll be like, there's been a few people where they're like, so like, do you do anything? Like, give any news? And I'm like, it's wholesome. It's my wholesome fans. And then they're like, all right, cool, just checking.
They're asking wholesome.
Yeah.
Wholesome.
They're like, which holes though? You're like, no, with a W.
They're like, that's not a letter. What do you mean?
Yep.
It's not part of the alphabet.
I don't know. That BTS we get though, it's fire. You know, it's definitely worth it. Mm-hmm. So if you guys subscribe, thank you.
Subscribe to her
page. I love you. Wholeheartedly. Wholesomely.
So signing with Evil Angel, that's like is that like an event that's taking place at AVN, or?
Yeah, so they have a booth, and the way that I think it's working, just there. They have a booth, and then they're gonna have me, and I'm assuming the other girl that got a showcase this year, having a sign. They asked our jacket sizes, so I'm really fucking hoping for a Letterman.
Ooh, that's dope.
I just want a red Letterman with an EA on it.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That's it. That's all
I was really happy with the Pornhub Letterman jacket.
That one's sick.
Yeah.
It's always fun. For a lot of
it's fun.
It's like, ooh, swag that I don't actually need.
Or even half the time you use.
Yeah. But you just like look at it and you're like,
oh. I like the box. I saw the
it's
box.
Like
I was
a trophy.
Like, oh, I have one at home too.
I know I just have this here and I'm just like,
this is me.
Cool. 100,000 people are subscribed to watch my naughty videos. Good job.
Boobs.
Boobs.
It just, I don't know, because it feels weird. Like, were you like really performative when you were a kid?
Fuck no. I had stage fright. It was when
I
was stripped.
No. I mean, I meant more like not. It was stage fright kind of stuff dramatic? When I was yes like always with like the still imagination dramatic. And the storytelling and all. I can just imagine that.
I would walk out, only child, preface that. I would walk outside and pretend I was fucking Snow White singing in the fucking woods trying to call birds and animals.
I relate to you so much, but
and I can't.
I was
sing.
not an only child,
and I can't.
But I would
sing.
Just go into the woods. I can't sing either.
I'd be like holding onto trees, like thinking they're
spinning
gonna just,
around.
I love it.
Thinking they're gonna come and just like rest on me like they did Snow White. And I'm like, where's my squirrel friend?
Yeah, it's even better when you start like creating the voices for the other people.
Will you be my squirrel friend? That's so cute.
Yeah, dude, I'd talk to them. Like, I'm not even kidding, because it's like
even
I was homeschooled. I didn't have like a bunch of friends.
Well, let's be real. They didn't talk back. Hey.
No.
Not everyone can see them.
Yeah, they can just say whatever I tell them to say.
They have to do what I say.
I'm not a control freak by any means, but that's going to be really exciting, signing with Evil Angel. How long is your contract for?
Oh, it's just signing at the booth.
Oh, just signing. I thought you meant... I'm so sorry. I thought you meant signing a contract. Well, that is also really cool.
I don't want to sign a contract.
So everybody come to the booth.
So you haven't done AVN before.
2020 when I was a cam girl.
The last, that was the last one. Shoot.
That's when I got signed.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there trying to avoid my ex-husband.
I drove you there. I drove you.
It was a really stressful time.
I was like, yo, let's go. Well, she was going to order her Uber, and I was like, let's go.
Yeah, it was It was a time. It was a time that we don't go back to.
No.
But we met then.
Yeah.
That was a good time for us. So I still love it.
That was around the time. That's
And
when we
look at
started.
her. She's badass.
What?
You've done all these things.
Stop. Don't do that.
All the
The
things.
uncomfortableness
Yeah.
that came into your face.
She's like, can you shut up?
I'm the same way.
I
My
love
boyfriend
you. She's like, please stop.
My boyfriend the whole time, he'll look at me like, you're so pretty. I'm like, stop. He'll be like, no, you're just so gorgeous. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
That's literally what just happened.
I do that.
You
I
saw
don't-
that, right?
I can relate. I do the same shit. I'm like,
Same.
don't compliment me.
I don't.
Don't compliment me.
Throwing it at you.
Unless you are a man or woman on my OnlyFans complimenting me, you
She
better
throws
fucking
hot
stop.
coffee in my face. Fuck you.
Fuck you! Don't you dare tell me I'm pretty.
It's like you just have a red flag. No.
Yes.
No.
She beats
Need
me.
your little toe tattoo.
I'm very mad. Very mad.
I thought about actually buying some little mini red flags around and taking them to AVN and
Oh my god! Yes.
Like someone says some troll shit, I'm like,
Here's a red flag. Yes. I love
and I'll
that.
have
Do
green ones and
it.
do like a green one in front of the person that got a red one and get a red one here.
Yeah. Good job.
Do it.
That's amazing. I like that.
I was like, that's a great idea.
What are like some red flags for you? Like if you were single, there you are. But what are like red flags that you look for in people, or even maybe just in like people that you would be around? Do you know what I mean?
I don't like smacking. I know that's a weird, like, I don't.
Chewing with mouth open. And
Excessive though. Excessive. Like if you're like taking a bite and it's just like
Yeah.
whatever. That's fine. But it's the like
Oh, I know. It's like, what is so exciting?
it's like
I
it's
love
like close your
food.
fucking mouth.
I love food. I don't eat it like that.
No, you don't have to.
You don't have
need
to.
to aerate your food while you
No
eat
one,
it.
no one needs to
Can
know.
you breathe through your nose?
No one needs to know how it
I will
looks.
pay for the surgery to fix your deviated septum. Let's fix this.
Get this fixed.
Because right
Stat.
now, the only thing I can focus on is the smacking of your lips, which with whatever
I just
you
wanna-
are grinding
I
into
just wanna sew
paste in
shut.
your mouth.
Oh.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do short kings. I'm sorry. I can't have to wear heels. I have to wear heels. And I don't know. I want you to compliment me, but I want you to accept the fact that I don't want to be complimented, but I still want you to do it.
Yes, it's like I want you to buy me flowers,
But I don't want
because
you to
want
know.
me to buy because you want to buy me flowers,
Yeah,
and not just
not be
because
forced.
I want you to buy me flowers.
Oh, and another pet peeve with anybody, if someone's like, oh, if I'm like, hey, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? I'm asking you,
Make a choice.
like, give me options.
Yeah,
There you go.
Give me options.
or it's like that with anything though. That's something that irritates me about people, like not just a partner or whatever, but just people, where it's like you don't have any of your own opinions.
Indecisive too.
Like,
or
Don't
like
let my
just-
brain be your brain.
Exactly. Like
No.
I will eat literally anything.
Yeah.
I'll give you options. You give me options, and then we'll figure out something.
Yeah,
in
well,
the
it's
middle
called a
of
give and take.
anything. Or like, what do you want to listen to?
Whatever you want to listen to.
Like if I tell you that, you
Yeah.
always know. If you do
or
me
like
that,
today
I
for
do it.
lunch, she's like, "Well, are you hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, what do you want?" And then in my head, I'm like thinking, maybe skinny fats, maybe skinny. And she's like, "Do you want skinny fats?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Perfect.
It
So-
worked. And I was like,
But
wow.
it's just like with
You know
anybody who
me.
like doesn't, who they just don't have an opinion about what it is
Yeah.
that they like, because it feels like at that point, then you're just like waiting for me to tell you what it is that I like, so that
You can like it
so that
too.
you can like it too, instead of just like being out there
You
and
have no
honest.
brain.
Because it's like, what if there's something you like that I don't know about
Right.
Yeah.
Or what if
that you could share with me, or the same, like vice versa, or whatever.
or
Like you
if
don't
like
have to
I want
pretend.
barbecue and I think I want barbecue, but you bring up fucking sushi and I'm like, oh wait, you know what?
Yeah.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, or like I haven't had that in so long.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
thank you.
Or
idea.
here's this novel idea. You could do one order for one thing and one order for another thing, because
That
it
drives me
comes to
nuts.
the same place.
Or
That drives
we
me nuts
share.
too.
Why?
Like no. Like sometimes I'll be like, hey, you get what you want. Like my boyfriend, I'll be like,
oh.
you get what you want, I'll get what I want. No, I'm just not gonna get that. Okay, no, it's okay.
yeah.
You get your no. I'll just get what you're no. Get what,
Get what you
want.
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get what you want. It's fine.
Yeah.
And bad hygiene. Those are.
Bad hygiene. That's a problem. I'm such a clean freak. Like even right now, I know that we've been working a lot, but I've still been trying to clean as we go, and it's still stressing me out so much.
I know, because we've been nonstop.
It's
And
so
like little
messy for me.
tornadoes, you know, like wherever we go.
You
we
should
just,
see my
like,
office right now. I just closed the door this morning. I was like, hired a maid for
I have
Saturday.
I have a few places like that where I've just shoved to the side, but I know I have to get stuff rolling. But it's like, just since I got back from Australia, we've been so busy going ham.
Nonstop.
But most of the time, my house looks like I'm expecting it to be featured on like Home and Garden at any
That's how I am.
point
I was
in
raised,
time.
you're supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it can't look like anybody lives here.
No.
Ever.
You have to be fully domesticated.
Is this a set house?
Yeah.
That's what it needs to be.
I mean, it kind of is, but that is also helpful with shooting your own content, is that for the most part, until you get really swamped, it's all really clean and organized.
Good.
And even when you are swamped, it's easy to know where to put things back because there's a place for everything.
Everything has a home.
Also, you have boxes everywhere because we're, AVN's coming up. So it's like you kind of have more in your house right now than you normally do.
Yes, which is very frustrating.
You're feeling kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Are you excited about AVN?
Very.
Don't lie to us. Don't lie to us.
Yes, it's like everything's coming to life,
It's just
taking it day by day.
So in the beginning too, it's like I didn't know how much would go into just like having and running a booth.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It didn't even seem like that much at first.
But it's a lot. And then the fine prints start coming in. Where like we were planning to have a DJ, and like they're like absolutely no DJs.
Why?
Because it has to be like a 75 decibels or something.
So very low ambiance music could happen, but nothing above that.
Do they not realize how loud this is about to be?
It is about
the first one in years.
Yeah, and then there was this whole thing we're trying to figure out if we could take our photographer in, Josh, who's been on other episodes. But so it's just been this whole thing, and then of course there's merch and now there's warehousing and all this stuff.
And we're bringing the set there, so like
it's a lot. We're very excited.
We are very excited, and we're excited.
Just a lot
of work. Everybody, get your tickets.
Get
come see us.
And I feel like I just got over my jet lag like today. Like I told you, I woke up and I actually finally felt like, oh, I know what things are.
The fogginess went away.
Again. You can get that with jet lag, and it's just like I just feel like I'm not even alive. Like I'm not awake for like large periods of the day. I'm like, what did I do today?
She's like, I'm physically here. Physically.
Mentally checked out.
Just gone. Yeah. Nothing. Just like my dog. Just nothing there.
I love Lamp. Again.
I love dogs so much. Would you want to come on into our booth at AVN as well and come do a little segment? Because you're awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. That's very exciting. You'll have your fancy outfit too that you mentioned.
I'm gonna get a 69 tattoo. Yes. Oh wait, which outfit?
I don't know. You didn't tell me which one.
Okay, so I think you guys will love this. Okay. Maybe. I hope. So did y'all ever look at like any Met Gala stuff ever?
I have in the memes. I see them in the memes.
Okay, did you ever see the Kim Kardashian one where it was the drip dress and she looked wet and like the water was dripping off her? I have.
It was like nude, right?
Mm-hmm. So one of my dresses is one that I wore for my Evil Angel showcase because I thought that'd be kind of like a good montage for it. But I have my designer Candy making a replica of the Kim Kardashian drip dress.
Ooh,
that if it comes, because it's like it's still being designed. So if it works out, that's the one I'm gonna wear.
That's gonna be so cool.
So that's my hope. That's
very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just like little crystals that are hanging down from it. It's gonna be corseted.
That's hot. So good.
I'll just have to walk around with a spray bottle and be like, it's fine.
I can't wait to see.
We hear lube works very well.
You just have to get some. Okay. You just have to bring the square bottles and find some fans, and they'll just walk around, just keep spraying.
Hey.
See, this is my first time going as a porn star. I've never gone as a person because when I was a camming, I wasn't.
I've never gone as a person. I was only a monster before.
I'm going as a monster this year. I'm going as a monster.
Oh, I love that.
I feel like being a cam girl can be like a monster.
Kind of.
There's been some things.
Yeah.
You remember the My Free Cams?
Yeah. We just know.
We saw things.
You saw things.
We experienced.
We're about to see more things too.
We shut out things. We shut out things.
We lock things behind closed doors.
We moved to mainstream.
Yeah, we did.
We're out.
Moving on up. Moving on up.
It was its own like scary.
It was a monster.
It was a monster because it's that same thing of like the intense competition every single month between every single person.
It was worse than mainstream shit.
Oh my god! When I got to mainstream, I was like, "What is this? Breathing?
This is air?
Yeah.
This is air?
Oh my gosh! You. They kept giving you more air.
They kept giving me more air. Yeah, more air.
Need air. Been here for a minute. How many hours has it been? How long have I been smiling?
My face hurts.
It's like Barbie and Toy Story.
Everything's fine.
Poor Barbie. I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor
It
Barbie.
seemed very miserable.
Very miserable. You're forced to be with Ken.
Yeah.
Ken doesn't want to be
Ken
with...
doesn't have a dick.
Ken wants to be with Ken.
Has a bulge.
Ken just does want to be with Ken. I mean, Ken has always wanted to be with Ken.
Yeah.
Barbie
Let's
accepts
be
it.
real.
There's never been an instance of Ken where Ken wanted to be with Barbie.
Never.
Be real.
Let's be real.
Ken was the GBFF, and
it.
that is just how it is.
That's it. It was...
That's what I always
where-
knew.
She was the shadow marriage.
The first one.
There's been many iterations of Barbie.
Many.
Isn't that like Johnny Sins is like the Barbie of...
He's been everything,
everything.
bro. When I see these mainstream, like on
Johnny
TikTok, I
Sins
see
meme
these
just makes me
memes
laugh.
that come out from people that don't know him. I'm like, oh my god. Could you imagine this man just scrolling TikTok and he's like, hey, that's me.
That's
hey, that's
me.
me.
He must
Oh,
have
I was a plumber.
so many. Like, so many.
So many.
Yeah.
It was like,
So good.
Ever I showed you a DM and it was someone saying he was Johnny.
Yeah.
He sends like a lick and I'm like, I sent it to you just putting LOL. Like, how many does this
Johnny
guy
Sins hit me
have?
up.
How many of these
Look at
does he
Johnny.
have though? Like he has hundreds of fake accounts.
oh
Yeah.
my
Sure.
god, it's horrible.
I'm
he just
sure.
now got an Instagram back, and then someone
That's
created
why
another
I was
one.
like, oh god.
And tweet and Instagrammed a dick pic, and I reported it. I'm like, this isn't Johnny.
Yeah.
It's his penis.
Yeah,
but
and I
this isn't
noticed-
his account.
I noticed a lot of people were following this fake
Yeah.
account.
Yeah,
still
it had
too, like
thousands
people
of
that we know,
followers.
and I'm like, come on. It's
like, dude.
clearly not him. Clearly.
They just
Yeah.
they want the 69-cent version.
Yes, they do.
They do. That's the
do.
thing. Like, there's so many catfishes to me. Like
Today you
there's
saw
so
one
many
on
catfishes.
Facebook.
Yeah, I
Like
did. I
every
reported
day you
on
see
Facebook
one,
today.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's always it always comes back to that. It's like you have to know that's not
You gotta
me.
know.
If you already follow the other pages that have
gotta
the
know.
multiple hundreds of thousands, you think this one with like even 2,000
Oh, that's
is
our
me?
backup.
It's
That's
like,
definitely
it's like,
them.
But
That's
it's like if you're
definitely
following
them.
it all,
Low-key
it's like
one.
this is
found
why
the
it
secret
ends up
page.
being on them.
Secret page.
Because it's like you have the link trees and shit. It's like if you follow one account, it's like this is my only account. Otherwise, it's like, what do you think I'm doing? Why do you think that I need a Whole Foods gift card? Like,
Although, if you want to give me one,
if you want to give me one, that's cool, but do
Do
it
it on
like
my
through
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Like the place that I am.
my home.
Yes.
Yes,
I love my home.
it's comfortable.
nice.
I don't like
It's
to leave it. I
cozy.
appreciate
It
you
smells
leaving your home
good.
to come to my home to
Yeah,
have this
this is-
podcast.
I honestly wanted to. I was the one that I was like, well, plus I was supposed to work out here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. That's always
Super
fun when that
chlamydia
happens. Oh my god.
Came from
Was it?
super chlamydia came from Florida. It's not being it's not
It's super chlamydia. Is that what's happening right now?
it's not popping up on tests.
I've heard that they were
Except for
saying
the
that super chlamydia was
Does
going
it
to be a
have,
thing
like, a
because
cape on?
it's gotten
Super
like
No. It came from Florida. It's riding a gator.
Dope. But not dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm good.
Damn.
wait, it's riding a gator.
Florida's
you get,
known for
get
their
it?
gators.
You get chlamydia from riding a gator.
No. She said it doesn't
I
have a
can't-
cape. She said
Oh,
it doesn't have a
yeah.
cape. I said no, but he's riding on a gator because he came from
I
Florida.
just was like, dope. It's like coming in hot. Like, stoner.
I was like, wait a minute.
Stoner.
You got it.
Wait a
Yeah.
You got it.
minute. Wait a minute. People are getting super chlamydia.
And
They're
I'm
riding
like-
on gators.
You just came from Australia.
Something
You're
on
like,
the skin, dude. I heard.
you're like, I just
get
came from
some-
Australia. Koalas are enough. Now you're telling me it's gators.
Yeah, be careful, dude.
I
Don't
would
get
like
near
to
those
clear up the
gators.
misconception about koalas, though. It's not the kind of chlamydia that humans can get.
Is it not?
No, it's a different kind of chlamydia. So,
So,
leave
like,
the
cat
koalas
chlamydia.
alone. Yeah, they're just like, hi.
Cats get herpes too.
Leave them alone. Oh,
I know.
Koalas are just high all the time, too. The eucalyptus leaves get them high.
Heck yeah. My kind of
Their poo
that's
is just
literally-
like dehydrated eucalyptus leaves.
There's no wonder that's my
They're
spirit
just
animal.
rolling around high. They're like, we good.
Yeah.
Straight up my
And they
spirit
got-
animal.
They got
I
like
agree.
plates in their butt to help them because they sit for so long
That's cute.
on the thing. So
they
they have
nice?
like plated butts.
Are they
Huh?
nice?
Yeah, they're so soft. They're like a chinchilla.
Ooh. I want to play with a koala now.
I can't wait to go to Australia.
They're super
I'm
cute.
afraid of the
God.
snakes and spiders.
I haven't even encountered a snake. Well, I've been there. The spiders, you get used to them.
No.
And most of the big spiders are going to be out like in the
woods and-
country.
Okay, cool.
Country. Not like
Do they get
they're not
huge
like on the
there?
skyscrapers like "Argh."
So it's
We saw
not
some big
Godzilla.
ones in Bali.
Yeah, but
They were
not
massive.
not like
Not
not
like,
like a huntsman.
no.
Not like a
Nothing
huntsman.
like that, but big.
Yes, big. Yeah.
But, yeah, crazy.
The flies there are freaking enormous.
In
I
Bali
hate
or
them.
Australia?
Australia.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Do they bite you?
Some of them.
So it's like a horsefly.
Yeah, some of them are really big. We have these really gross little like fly catcher things that you pour like a juice. It looks like forbidden Kool-Aid, and they fly into it, and they like get stuck in it. Yeah, it must be. Yeah. And it would catch like 20 a day. We had to clean it out all the time, and it was so gross. You just smell dead fly because they're all so massive. It would just collect them like a funnel, like a hurricane flies like going into it.
This is
it's
a
like,
present.
oh my god!
It's like there's so many. Where do they keep coming from?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't miss the flies.
You're convincing me so much to go to Australia.
Yeah, Australia is actually really cool.
I hear that. I hear it's very beautiful.
We're gonna just hide in your luggage next time she goes.
I think we can fit.
Yeah.
We can definitely fit.
I'll just pay for like 2 bags.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at us. She spoils us, huh?
It's gonna be fun.
Spoils.
She's such a good daddy.
New kink unlocked.
We love.
So why don't you once again tell everybody where they can find you before AVN is upcoming so they can come meet you at AVN.
Yes, I will be signing at the Evil Angel booth. You can find me at Real Maddie May on Instagram and Just Let Me Live 69 on Twitter. And then my OnlyFans is Maddie May 69 as well.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
with us
having me.
today. This was really fun.
This was
We
fun.
look forward to having you at the booth.
Yeah,
at AVN too.
Yeah, this is gonna be. It's very fun. It's going to be amazing.
And I can wear less clothes for you guys.
Yes, we'll all be wearing less clothes, except for Laura, because, you know, she's
I'm going to put more clothes on.
You should do more, like, layers.
Like extra layers.
Santa outfit.
Hey!
I got honked at by Grinch at Chick-fil-A today.
Honked?
Yeah, I was going inside to go pee, and then, like, someone was honking, and I turned, and it's the fucking Grinch waving at me. I'm like, hi.
Oh!
He had a giant snowman in his passenger seat. I'm like...
He's trying to use the carpool lane. He's like, he's actually Grinching out. Like,
he's like, you need a ride.
Shout out to the Grinch.
It's like against the law to like use a mannequin to like fool people, but it's a snowman. That sounds
snowman. It's loophole.
Actually, officer.
Little do you know.
Oh my god. Okay, well, we should go have some more fun, and
let's do it.
Thank you guys for joining us once again this week on the Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast. Once again, thank you, Maddie, for coming on.
Much.
Thank you, Laura.
So nice meeting you.
For being here. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not already subscribed. If you're not subscribed, why? Why are you not subscribed?
You should be subscribed.
And when you're on YouTube, you should leave us comments.
Yes.
If you like this episode, comment 69.
Comment 69.
Yes, 69 times.
Or like 90.
Yeah.
Nice. And share it with your friends.
And make sure that you leave your voice messages as well. And if you have specific questions for Maddie as well, we can hold on to those until the AVN convention.
Yes.
So make sure you guys get interactive. Make sure you get your tickets for AVN if you haven't already. There's a link everywhere that you're either listening or watching in the description. Thank you. I love you, ladies. And we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.